It was Dostoevsky who said, "Your worst sin is that you have betrayed and destroyed yourself for nothing." How many of us can relate to that? Where we consciously betray ourselves, destroy ourselves, hurt, harm ourselves. You know? And the sad part about it is that it's conscious, but in a very weird way, you know, because no sane person deliberately goes out to hurt themselves, so to speak. Of course, we know that sane people do all the time. All the time. Maybe the reason stems from something deeper, some disconnect, way deep down in our soul. Some pain, a misalignment of thought, a misregulation of our neurochemistry. Maybe we're tired, a little stressed out, a little fatigue, and so we turn on ourselves. But I wouldn't recommend it. Life is already difficult as it is. You need to show yourself some mercy. We need to show ourselves some mercy. I think the world would be a much better place if people would show themselves mercy. If people wouldn't betray themselves. If they would at least take care of themselves. Because after all, how are you going to care for someone else? A child, your parents, loved ones, if you can't care for yourselves. And we know human beings will rather take care of a dog, another person, than take care of themselves. But how much better could we serve the people, the animals, the creatures we love, if we first serviced and cared for ourselves, truly? I say do not betray yourself. When you know it's time for you to get some rest, when you know you're exhausted and tired, listen. When you have come to the realization that you've harmed yourself enough, that you've punished yourself enough for your sins, your crimes, whatever things you think you've done wrong, you've punished yourself enough. Give yourself a break. Get some rest. Take it easy. Go talk to someone. You know? Regulate yourself. Put your life in order. Try to make things a bit easier for yourself. And even if you're convinced that there is no reason to love yourself or to show yourself some compassion, do it for the people you love. How much better could you serve them if you were taken care of? We human beings are extremely weird creatures. We have goals, and we know that they're good goals. We're convinced they're good goals. Like, I will do this thing because I see the good in it. It's going to benefit me in the future. But on the path to those goals, we make things so difficult for ourselves. And for what? For what? Human beings are extremely strange creatures because we seem to like the struggle. We seem to like the fight. I observe myself in these situations, and my life tends to look a bit like this, right? Up and down and up and down and up and down. Sometimes I wonder why. Why do I do that? What's the reason? Do I like the climb? Do I like to struggle? To scratch my way up to the surface just to see what happens? I suspect that a lot of people are like that. We like to see what happens. We harm ourselves to see, maybe if I trash my life for the next 2 years, it'll be interesting to see if I can make it back to the top. Maybe subconsciously we like the struggle. But as I get older, as I observe life and as I realize how short and how short and possibly futile and painful life is, start to wonder if it's worth it. Is it worth it to strip ourselves of our own strength? Is it worth it to degrade ourselves? To diminish what we could bring to the world, what we could offer to the people we love? I'm not convinced. And again, these things happen in the subconscious. We find ourselves harming ourselves for no reason. There's absolutely no reason I needed to stay up until 2 a.m. this morning. No reason for it, but I did. Knowing full well I had classes today. Right? There was no reason I needed to drink 2 bottles of vodka last night. I don't drink, so I don't even know if that's a feasible amount. Who am I kidding? But I did it anyway. Right? We do these things over and 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 over again. And then we lament, it's like, oh, my life sucks. It's so bad. I don't know what to do. I'm trying everything. Are you trying everything though? I'm not convinced we're trying everything. Sometimes I think we just like the fight. We like the fight. But I'd urge you, do not betray yourself. Life is too short for it. Life will bring its own challenges your way. You do not need to add to it. I'm convinced of that. Marcus Aurelius says, a wise man sees the pain of life, endures it, but does not add to it. Don't make your life worse for no reason. It's hard already. It's difficult already. You know? Do not, therefore, betray yourself. You are the only person you have in this world, so to speak. You're the only being inside your own head. You can't tell what someone else is thinking. You cannot tell someone's intention toward you. You can at least have your own back. Because at least then you have some control. Do you know how terrorizing it is to be trapped in a body where you can't trust the very thing in control? How terrible is it to be ruled by something you can't predict, control, trust? I think it's a sad thing to live a life with someone you can't trust. And many of us do that every day. Many of us have done that for our entire lives. Build some trust with yourself. I, for one, I'm definitely working on that. I want to get to a place where I can fully commit myself to a statement I've made, where I can believe my own word wholeheartedly, knowing that no matter what, that word will come to pass. Because I said so, and I do what I say. Because I know that thing to be true and correct, and thus I act in accordance to it. I want to build that trust in myself, so to speak. I think that guarantees a lot more peace than inhabiting a body where, you know, I think this right now and I say I'm going to do this to better myself. But tomorrow, who knows? You know, it might be good to lose 40 pounds. But if I see a nice juicy burger tomorrow, it's fair game. I don't want to be that guy. I don't think you want to be that guy. I think we owe it to ourselves to offer ourselves some amount of predictability. For the purpose of goodness, for the purpose of peace, for the purpose of wonder. I mean, what would it be like if we could trust ourselves to do the best thing for ourselves at any given moment, at any given time? How much better would our lives become? That'd be one less enemy, one less opponent, one less opposing party for our lives. And maybe we could smile a bit brighter. Maybe we could feel a bit better, wonder a bit more, and embrace this gift called life. Do not therefore betray yourself. Life is treacherous as it is. Nature is unpredictable as it is. People are complicated as it is. Don't complicate things for yourself. Be your friend. Be your own companion. maybe then you can bear to spend some time alone. Maybe then you can get to know yourself a bit more. Maybe then you could become your own friend. Do not therefore betray yourself. My name is Corbin. This is Corbin Conversations. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.